in rehab.com or addiction-rep.com. I consider myself a professional in the drug addiction, drug treatment industry, and I have a background in search optimization and helping addicts find treatment centers and treatment centers finding addicts. So I know a little bit about Google that might be useful in helping you find the right drug rehab for you. So what I'd like to do is take you through a little bit of a tour through Google, and I've got some links here that I've set up that I think you'll find helpful. So basically, one premise is the more words that you type into the search box, the better. So as you can see in the Google page that we have up right now, I typed in residential drug rehab facilities in Massachusetts. I happen to live in Massachusetts, so I'm going to use Massachusetts as an example. However, when you go down the web page here, you'll notice that a lot of these places, the Agape Center, this is a directory. We're looking for a residential drug rehab facility or facilities in Massachusetts, and the bolder the type here, that means they've found more of your the keywords that you typed into Google. And up here, and these are ads in the yellow section, and these are ads here in the right hand column. So and those could be just as good as well. But at the same time, you're going to have, it's a little bit of trial and error. So you're going to have to click around and find out what you're looking for. I happen to know the Agape Center is a directory. The National Substance Abuse Index.org, that sounds like a directory. Yep, center directory. Recovery Helper, that sounds like a directory. See, center directory. NewLifeRecovery.net, that's another directory. AdCare. Now, I know for a fact that these guys are a hospital, and they're based here in Massachusetts. And they happen to be very good. They're a level 4 acute detox center, and I know that they've got relationships, and I think they also do drug treatment programs as well. So I'm in Massachusetts, and I'm looking for a drug rehab facility. So those would be probably the first guys that I would pick up the phone and call. Addict Help, this again looks more like a directory type thing. Same thing with USDrugRehabCenters.com. Sober Recovery, I happen to know that these guys are a big social media site, in the recovery space. They are the biggest. And so you can find, other people to communicate with that are going through similar problems as yourself. DrugRehabCenter.com, I don't know these guys. Looks like it's Transitions Recovery Program is the name of the place. And let's see where they're located. See if they're in Massachusetts. Nope, they're not in Massachusetts. They are in North Miami Beach, Florida. So, and that doesn't mean that you can't go to North Miami Beach, Florida, even though you've typed in Massachusetts. So let's back out of this for a sec, and let's go back down to our next thing. Let's type in residential addiction treatment programs that take Aetna insurance, because I've got an Aetna insurance card in my wallet. And again, if we go down here, I'm looking for a drug treatment center. This looks like a directory. I'm not looking for a directory. I'm looking for a place that takes Aetna insurance. That's a drug treatment center, drug treatment program. 140 Aetna drug rehabs in Massachusetts. That looks interesting. Again, okay. Community care services, primary, Aetna drug treatment, Aetna dual diagnosis, Aetna mental health services provided, payment, self-payment, Medicaid, Medicare, state finance insurance, other than Medicaid, private health insurance. Private health insurance is Blue Cross, is Aetna, it's United Healthcare, these types of things. And they take, Veterans Administration, TRICARE. So but they're in Attleboro, which is pretty far away from me. But okay, so that directory, even though I sort of discounted it earlier, looks pretty good, actually. But notice how it goes down. It took me deeper into the directory here versus up here. It just took me to their homepage. So that was useful. Aetna.com. If I've got an Aetna insurance, you could also call Aetna themselves and ask them, what providers, what treatment centers would they recommend? Okay. Out of the way recovery. This looks like a treatment center. They take Blue Cross Blue Shield, Cigna, Coventry. So they've taken a bunch of different programs. Let's see where they're located. They're not telling me where they're located. And that bothers me. Okay, back button. I want to know where they're located. If they're a treatment center, I want to know where they're located. I consider that deceptive. That's just me. Treatment USA. These guys are, I believe, a directory. Yep. But they've got the different coverages here. This is not useful at all. I won't spend any time on a site like that. Therapists Unlimited. I think that this is also another directory. How do I pay for a drug rehab? Unity Recovery. I know those guys. I like them. But I'm not in Massachusetts. So back out. So there is some trial and error to all this stuff. Let's go down to the next search. Let's see what we can find here. Aetna Insurance in Malibu, California. Now I'm getting specific. I'm telling them exactly where I want to go. And I happen to know that Malibu is a place that has a lot of drug treatment centers. So, and up here are some ads, and then, promises. I know these guys. SOBA, I know these guys. Unity, I know these guys. Malibu Horizon, I know these guys. Malibu Horizon on Psychology Today, so that's another directory site. Promises, I know these guys. So these guys are all drug treatment centers in Malibu, which is, notice how much residential addiction treatment programs that take Aetna insurance in Malibu, California. The more words that you can put into your Google search box, the more likely you are to find exactly what you're looking for. And I could keep going down here. I could go down to outpatient addiction treatment in California, taking Aetna insurance. I know that this place Able to Change Recovery. This is a drug treatment center. They're in California. I didn't specify where, but that's good. Aetna, the Aetna site. Again, call Aetna. I mean, if you have an insurance card, call the people in your with the insurance card. These guys, Above It All Treatment, they're another treatment program in California that takes Aetna. I happen to know them. I happen to work with them. The recoveryplace.net. These guys just got bought. They're down in Florida. They're very good. They take insurance. But I typed in California, so they're in Florida. But that doesn't mean I can't go to Florida. I mean, I could go anywhere if I've got my Aetna card and they run the insurance and it says, hey, we can take that out of network insurance card. So you sort of get the picture there. Now, let's say if I'm broke and I have no money, my recommendation is to go to SAMHSA. They also have a number there on the site, which is 800-662-4357. Call that number, see what that can get you. But go to their website this is the big government site, and it's called the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration. And, you know, that's the best, this is the best resource that we can give you that, you know, for free help. They have a 24-hour hotline here. They got a treatment locator. They've got a suicide prevention line. So do that. And then, you know, if you're trying for state-funded rehab facilities, let's say we go to Massachusetts, again, you know, the first one that comes up is the treatment center, which is in Florida. I happen to know they're in Florida. But I typed in Massachusetts, you know, and here's another one. So I see all the words that I typed in, but I don't see Massachusetts in these, what we call description tags. So here, Massachusetts drug rehabs and treatment centers that are state funded. Let's see what this guy's got. State funded, meaning free, basically. This is the DEA. But these, you know, Massachusetts Bureau of Substance Abuse Services. So these numbers might be helpful. So you might want to try a couple of those phone numbers. So let's back out of here and let's see what else we can find. Let's see, sober recovery, local, Boston. So they've got, oh, look at this. This is useful. Bridge over troubled waters. Let's just take a look at them. Substance abuse, outpatient, postpartum, special programs. That's interesting. Here's another one on Winter Street. Adolescents, persons with co-occurring mental and substance abuse disorders, DUI, ASL, and other assistance for hearing impaired. They speak multiple languages there. Hey, that looks interesting. So now I'm finding what I'm looking for. And I like that. So again, you know, I'm telling them what type of funding I have, state funding, or don't have. I'm telling them I'm looking for a drug rehab facility or facilities, you know, in Massachusetts. So the more words that you put in there, the better results that you're going to find. If you just type in drug rehab, you're wasting your time. But if you start using keywords like treatment centers, treatment programs in Massachusetts, with Aetna insurance, with Blue Cross Blue Shield, with, you know, treatment programs in California with Aetna insurance, you're going to get much better search results. So treatment centers, programs, facilities, rehabs, programs, facilities, drug treatment, you know, and the more that you put those descriptors in there, the better results that you will see. So hopefully this has been helpful. If you have any questions, again, go to the SAMHSA phone number, which is 800-662-4357. Thanks very much. Have a good day.